Hi you guys, welcome back to my channel. It's been a minute since I posted a food video, I believe. Well, today I'm going to be cooking good old oxtails. They already been sauteed, and then I'm just going to brown them a little bit. I got some of the sauce that I cooked it. Well, I had it sitting in this pot seasoned, and I left a little bit with the onions and stuff like that at the bottom of the pot. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to place these in here, and I'm going to like let them brown and bronze for a little bit before I start the cooking process. I wish I had some butter beans and I don't, so I could put them in here, but I am going to try to add some carrots and potatoes down the line once they start cooking for a while. And I'm going to put them in here and get the pot started, and we'll be right back. Okay, I'm back and we have them in the pot. And I'm just going to go over a couple of the things that I put in here. I had put some onions and some, I think it's some green peppers, a little bit of red peppers and yellow peppers. It's not a lot because it was a bag of mixed peppers and onions inside the bag. You can find them at like ShopRite, I'm about to say Rite Aid, ShopRite, Save a Lot, your local dollar store like Dollar Tree. They usually have them in here, so you don't really have to like buy them individually. So that's what I did. Also, I have in here, I'll just show you this one because that's the marinade that I had over there. Oh, sorry. When I was not sauteing these. I'm sorry. When I was marinating these in the refrigerator, I only marinate them for like 3 hours, so it's not getting like the full flavor like most people would probably do 24 hours or 12 hours. I only did 3. So, because this was the last minute decision, like, oh, I want some oxtails today. So I took them out and I defrosted them, and then I only let it marinate in the sauce for like 3 hours. So this right here is a beef bone. I had bought these. Sometimes you can find these at any market, a meat market or whatever. I found this at ShopRite, and it was like a bunch of, it was like 40s in here, of little beef bones, and they remind you of like little oxtails. And then this is one of my oxtails right here. So it's like, overall, you didn't really have to trim no fat off because it was kind of like meaty looking or whatever. So we're just going to go over what I put in here. I put some onion powder, garlic powder. I put some minced garlic. I told you some onions, some peppers, different kind of peppers, yellow, red, and green. And I also put, I don't have any like soy sauce in the bottle. I have soy sauce from the Chinese store. So I put like 3 little packets in here. And I also use some browning sauce. And I also use some stew, like it's like stew, Jamaican stew sauce. It's like for fish and stews. Cause I didn't have the other sauce. I forgot what sauce we usually put in there. I leave it in a little bit. It's optional. And I use about like 4 teaspoons of ketchup. And I also use some thyme. And I also put some bay leaves in here. What else did I use? Okay, yeah, thyme, bay leaves, brown sugar. I use about 2 teaspoons of that, and I use about 2 teaspoons of all-purpose season. I used that, so it was 2 teaspoons every day. 2 teaspoons of brown sugar. I used 2 teaspoons of. I didn't have any fresh thyme. I got the thyme from out at the bottom. So I put like 1 teaspoon of that in here, but you can add more to your liking. So I add brown sugar, thyme, garlic powder, onion powder, all-purpose season. I use what I say, the soy sauce, the brownie sauce, the ketchup. What else is I missing? Um, I don't know. I think that's about it. I said ketchup, soy sauce, brown sugar, um, browning sauce, my stew sauce, onion powder, garlic powder, the bay leaves. Of course, I said the time again. I know it might sound like I'm repeating myself, but I'm just keep trying to remember and say everything that I put in here. So I'm pretty sure that's everything. And minced garlic I put in here also too. So I just saute this up, and well, I'm sauteing it now, I'm sorry, and I put it inside the refrigerator for 3 hours, and I let it marinate, and now I got it in here browning before. See, it's browning really good. It's not sticking at the bottom or nothing like that. It's like very easy. See, very easy. It's not sticking at the bottom. This is actually a good pot I got. So, and I got my stove on 6, so it's like in the middle. I'm gonna let this keep on browning for a minute, and then I'm gonna check back. So it's 4. No, it's my bad. It's not 4:30 the afternoon. It's actually 3:30. Cause I'm gonna tell you a funny story about this time. Every time like the time go back or forward, I will leave it on my stove. So right now it's actually 3:30, not 4:30. So when time come back around again in the spring and they go up an hour, we be back on track at 4:30. So that's why I leave it. And it'll also give me a time frame of if I need somewhere to go or something, I'll be like, oh, I just always think that it's this time, so it can give me an extra hour to do what I gotta do. So I'm gonna let these brown for a little bit more, and then I'm gonna come back once I add my fluid in here and probably reduce the heat to like 4. But I'm gonna get finished letting these brines and sauteing the pie. I'm sorry, I'm just all over the place today. Yeah, and like I said, later on I'm gonna do some carrots and potatoes in here. Yep, and I'll be back. Okay, I'm back, you guys, and I'm not going to say scratch everything that I already said, because I'm not starting the video over, because I'm already like 7 minutes into the video of me just explaining to y'all back and forth and back and forth. So now, of me explaining, so I'm going to let these keep on sauteing for a little bit more, but I also turned the video back on. It looks so good already. I also turned the video back on because it was also a couple of other little ingredients that I forgot. I forgot that I put some of this Jamaican Scotch bonnet pepper sauce in here. I don't have a Scotch bonnet pepper, so I put some of this sauce in there instead. And this is the fish and meat sauce that I had used right here. Race. And I also use this, sorry for the bottle, because you know how brown sauce is, you know, anybody cook with brown sauce is thick, and if it's thick, it's very thick. So I use some of that. And then I also forgot I don't have any fresh ginger, and so I use some ground ginger in it also. So I also use ground onion powder, garlic powder, told you minced garlic, onions, green peppers, red peppers, yellow peppers, all-purpose seasoning, ketchup, the thyme, and the bay leaves, and I also use the brown sugar. So I just say, you know, to your liking, always taste your food to your liking, but start off with 2 teaspoons of everything except for the thyme. I only put 1 teaspoon of that in there, but if I feel like I need more, I would add more, and I only added 2 babies in here also. So, you know, if you feel like you need to add more, you know, onion powder, garlic powder, you know, thyme, a little bit more ketchup, a little bit of brown sugar. I mean, if you have a whole Scotch bonnet pepper, then you can do that also. But, I mean, you can do that and then you fine. But if you wanted it a little bit more spicy and you don't want to use a Scotch bonnet pepper, use hot pepper seeds. That, to me, it works pretty good to me also. So, I mean, I don't never say there's no rules to cooking, you know, oxtails. That's all I'm saying. It's never no rules to cooking oxtails. You can make your oxtails, you know, whatever kind of way you like to make them. It's all up to you. So I'm gonna let these bronze a little bit more. Saute a little bit more. I'm gonna let it do that. And I'll be back. And when I'm ready to add my sauce to it, I don't think I'm forgetting nothing. I think I went over like everything that I used so far. And like I said, I used 2 tablespoons of everything. And then the last thing that I'm going to be adding to this, I'm gonna add some beef broth to it. I'm gonna add like a cup of beef broth to the sauce that I already had. And all this sauce is basically from me mixing all the stuff together. And yeah, that's the only thing I really added. I mean, I guess the ketchup produced it, and the soy sauce. I'm sorry, yeah, the soy sauce too, you guys. I'm sorry, I told you I added 3 packets of that. So it was the soy sauce, ketchup, and all the sauce right here. I told y'all I used. Basically created, this little bit of sauce that's left in the pot. So I'm gonna add some beef broth to it, and once I do that, and I show y'all once I'm ready to start adding the sauce to this. And then I'll be back in 1 minute. Okay, so I'm done with getting them nice and crispy. They look nice and browned and crispy. Of course, some of them, like right here, and sorry, like this one, you still can see and it's bleeding a little bit, but that's okay, because guess what? That's the beef. That's not the oxtails. This is the beef that I put in here. The beef bones right here. These are the little beef bones right here. All the oxtails, they all look pretty good. Okay. Yeah. It all looks pretty good. So what I'm about to do is I'm about to add this sauce to it. And I reduce the heat. I put it on 3 right now. And then I'm going to add the rest of the onions and stuff that I didn't add. And the sauce up in there. And, see, that slowed that right on down. That slowed that right on there. That was the ketchup. I added a little bit more ketchup in there to it. Like I said, you can add as much as you're liking and what you need to add up in here for your tasting. And for your likings, like I said, you can use, I used so far about I'm going to say like 3 teaspoons of everything that I already told you. I just added a little bit in here because I wanted more to my tasting. So like I said, start off with 2. And then if you feel like 2 teaspoons is enough for you, then that's fine. If you feel like you want more heat, add a whole Scotch bonnet pepper. If you don't like all that heat, you could leave a hole and it's not going to pull off that much heat unless it break open. But if you don't want it, then use some hot pepper seeds or use this, or you can control how much you put in this. Yeah, you can put whatever you want to put in here to your likings. So like I said, once you get you a big old bowl and you mix all the ingredients in a big bowl or a pot, like I said, and let it sit for, I did mine for 3. That was like a rush job, but you can let it sit overnight if you want to. You can let it sit for 12 hours overnight or whenever, 3 hours, 4 hours, let it saute. Marinate inside the refrigerator for them hours. I did mine for 3, but it still won't come out just as yummy as I probably let it sit in for 12 hours. You just gotta trust the process within yourself. And what I'm gonna do is now I'm gonna add I don't really need them. Well, just a little bit more. I'm gonna add a little bit more beef broth in here. That's what I'm gonna add. Just a little bit more beef broth in here. And if you feel like it, like I said, anytime you feel like you need another little teaspoon of ketchup, add it in there. If you feel like you need a little bit more of, brown sugar, just add a little bit more. If you feel like you need a little bit more hot pepper seeds, whatever you feel like you need. I did not add salt in here. A lot of people use salt. When I first filmed the recipe to make oxtails, Jamaican style oxtails, they use salt. I don't use salt whatsoever. So I don't use salt. I did use some pepper. I'm sorry, I didn't mention pepper. I did use some pepper in here. I used about 2 teaspoons of pepper too, because this is a lot of oxtails and beef. So that's why I say it depends on how big of a pot that you're making. But I still feel like if you start off with 2 teaspoons of everything, even with a little bit of oxtails, it should be good. I'm just telling y'all 2 teaspoons because you can start out to get like in there and start tasting your food to see, well, 2 to 3 teaspoons, my bad, except for the time I didn't use three two 3 or 2 teaspoons at a time. I used one, but then I'm gonna add another one in here in a minute also. So I'm gonna do two because it is a lot in here. I mean, it may not look like a lot to you guys, but it's a lot in here. But like I said, add it to your likings and do what works for you and takes for you. I mean, ain't nobody want to eat your food but you. So don't never let nobody tell you, oh, you made that wrong or you did it wrong. If you know what your food tastes like and you know what good food is, then you know your food tastes good. Now, what I'm going to do is, because I told y'all my clock is wrong, so it was actually 3:30 when I told y'all. So I'm going to let these cook for like 2 hours before, probably like 2 hours and a half. 2 hours and a half before I add my carrots and no, I'm gonna let it cook for 2 hours and then I'm gonna add my carrots because I like my carrots super, 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 super soft. That's the only way most of the time I can eat carrots is when they like so soft. I like them so soft. And then add like probably like 2 hours and a half. I'm gonna add my potatoes to this because I bronzed it in I might say marinated, seared it in here for a while. So, look, it look like it's a good gravy already. So I'm gonna add some more, like I said, I'm gonna add some more, beef stock in here. So it can simmer good. And I only got it on 2, but I'm gonna keep it on like 2 because I wanted to, not slow cook, but like slow cook. So we're going to do that, and I will be back once I show y'all. I'm going to add the carrots and the potatoes. Stay tuned. And I forgot to add in one small little thing that I did. I'm sorry. I know I'm all over the place with this video. I mean, if you like it, leave a thumbs up once I get done. But this is not my first time making oxtails. I made a video before I made oxtails on here, but they took it down because I was playing like some music in the background, but it wasn't. They didn't hear nobody like singing on it. But I guess that was somebody little tunes or something, and they took it down. But I also added when I did my mix, I forgot to add in to tell you guys. So that's why I jumped back on the video to let you know real quick. I also added 3 teaspoons of flour to my mix when I started out. So that's like you're gonna start getting like a gravy, almost like in your stew when you make these. So I mean you can add it or you don't have to add it. It's up to you. If you want it to be more like a sauce and not like a gravy like, you don't have to add it. But I added it for like it could be like a gravy to me. But that was it. That's all I wanted to let you know that I added it onto it. Oh, we're back, everybody. And it got a nice bowl simmer to it. Give me 1 second because I had opened up a can of what's this? Peas and carrots. I took out majority of the peas because I don't like peas, but my boyfriend does, so I'm going to add it in here, and I added a little bit more water to it because I can use it in there. I really don't like peas, you guys, at all. I just don't. But guess what? I'm going to use it because I didn't go to the store to go get no fresh carrots. So I'm just going to use this and put that in there like that. Now we are at what time was it when I was I think it was like 3 something. I think it was like 3 something when I was I think it was like 3:30, and I think I was telling you guys that it was like my camera was showing 4:30, so now it's 5:30. See, to say 6:30, so now it's 5:30. So I think when I showed y'all, it's at 4:30, and now we at the 2 hour mark of, excuse me, basically cooking it in here. So what I'm going to do in like another half an hour, I'm going to add some potatoes in here. And I don't know, I probably want to let this cook because we at like the 2 hour mark right now. So I think I'm going to let this cook for like another hour and a half. But I only have it on 2. Excuse the back of that wall because look at the little piece of grease back there. But it's okay. But I only have it on 2. And 2 will give it like a good boil. Once I put the lid on, 2 will bring it back up. And it looks amazing though. It smells amazing. I want these to almost like be falling off. They're not there yet. But let's see with these bones. Wait a minute. Is it the beef bones? Yeah, it's the beef bones. So the beef is getting kind of tender because they kind of thought they was longer, if you remember. But yeah, I think I'm gonna do like another hour and a half. But I'll be back once I add the potatoes in here. We're going to see what the process is. So I'll be back like another half an hour or 40 minutes. Matter of fact, I'm going to do 40 minutes. And I'm going to put the potatoes in 40 minutes. So probably like another 40 minutes after that. Then we could be done with the oxtails. So I said about another hour and a half. So it'll be like 3 hours and a half that I have them cooking. So I'll probably turn the heat up just a little bit. Put it on like 3. And another 40 minutes, I'm going to add the potatoes in. And then after that 40 minutes, we're going to do 40 more minutes. And then everything will be done. And I'm going to make some regular yellow rice for this. I didn't have any cabbage. You can make whatever you want to make. When you got cabbage, you make cabbage. You got collard greens, you got collard greens. You could do collard greens. You could do green beans. You could do corn. Or you can just put it all in here all together. But I'll be back in a minute. Okay, we're back, and I'm about to add the potatoes in, and boy, this is really boiling really good on 2. Just to show you, I got my rice on. Just to show you, I really only have it on 2 on my stove, not 4, not 6, 2. Whoa, steam. Add the potatoes. And I'm gonna mix it around. This is like 3 medium-sized potatoes I chopped up. So what we're gonna do now, and I'm gonna let this cook in here for about another 45 minutes, and we'll be back to see how it's gonna come along. So far, looking good. It's been on for a while. Well, for like, let's say, 6 o'clock now. So, it's been on for what? We say put it on at 3:30. So, 2 hours and a half. No, it's 6:20. So, about almost 3 hours. So, and I got it on 2. I don't have it on like extremely high. So, I'm going to do like another 45 minutes. This the beef bone, so that's falling apart already. And then we're going to leave it in here for like another 45 minutes. And I'm going to be back to show you guys where we at. Yeah, that started to look good because the bone's starting to lift from it. So, yep. And we be back in a minute. Hey you guys, we're back. I'm done, and I also plated a plate real quick because it is 7:20 right now. So I turned it off probably like 5 minutes ago. So see, it's 8:19, but it's actually 7:20. So I'm in it off. So we had it on since what? It was 3:30, 4:30, 5:30, 6:30, 7:30. A little under 4 hours, but I was bronzing them in I was sauteing them first or whatever. But this is they done. I added. Oh, sorry. Start smoking. I added the potatoes in there, and they is like, oh my god, it's like little pieces of meat all at the bottom of the pot. The sauce tastes amazing. It smells amazing. And then that is the plate. Sorry for the big plate. I'm so sorry. I do have regular plates. And I was getting ready to tell you guys, just so you don't think I don't have regular plates. Okay, I do. I'm just not using them because I do not feel like washing out no plates tonight. So I know it could have been presented a little bit better, but I didn't do it bad. Look at that. It looks so beautiful. Mmm. It looks amazing. And it smells amazing. So, yep. I'm done with this process. And, yeah, I'm done. I mean, it ain't normally how I would make oxtails or whatever. I would normally, oh, I'm sorry, it's starting to smoke up a little bit. I would normally probably eat it with cabbage and stuff like that, or whatever the case may be, and have bigger carrots in it, but I didn't go to the market like I said. I had smaller ones from out the can and added peas in there. So that's the end of my video. So I hope y'all like it. I mean, I'm just trying to get these videos out there just to do a little something. But I think in the description box down below, I think I'm just going to leave all the ingredients and everything that I use. Like I said, to be honest with you, I really freehand almost all my seasoning and stuff. I just is basically telling you guys 2 to 3 teaspoons of everything. And then as you taste, if you feel like you need more, add more stuff, please. So that's about it. And y'all have a beautiful, wonderful day. Until next time.